Going to the bike store.
Whoop whoop. Spacers.
There she is.
You all set on just that?
Beauty.
For Caitlin's bike.
Yeah.
That is so
sick. Hell yeah.
Went down the mountain and this would be blowing off, so I went to the truck and I'd add 5 pounds. We went down the mountain and blew it off, so I got to the point where I had to add 15 pounds harder than what this shop said it
It's just not progressive enough to where at the end of the travel, that's what the volume spacer is for, it'll make it more progressive. So towards the end, it'll get even stiffer.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you just want to keep that. You want to use up all of your travel, but you want to keep that sag around like 25–30%.
See, I have a buddy with some, he bought a bike, the Niner. I think it's we brought it in here once.
Yeah, I remember.
He's always like this far away from always using it. And I'm like, you gotta let some air out, and I check his air and stuff, but he wants not to touch. He's not a person to adjust stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, if you're
He's
shocked,
like, oh, it's fine.
if you're shocked to this long, you want to use all of that. Maybe not
Yeah.
hit it out every single time, but you want to use that travel.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We're learning.
Yeah. Just as long as you can use all your travel and have your sag proper, and then adjust your volume spacers around that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's actually like if you go look on like the setup guide for this, there'll be a sag preference to where when you like have this fork on, you set on your bike, you rock back and forth, and then you sit down on it with your feet up and everything. Have like your buddy push this down, and then I think
You can make me hit the wood jumps.
no. I just think our riding styles would probably mesh pretty well.
I was scratching a little bit.
That should be fine. I mean, it is on the steer tube, so it shouldn't make a huge difference.
I think it was me pushing too hard.
No, that's my fault too. We're gonna trim a lot of that off,
Yeah, it's like I'm saying.
and it's on the steer tube, so it's not. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
But I would like to try to avoid scratching.
That's why I stopped.
Here, you want to hold this one for me?
Yes, sir.
So this is gonna be like a
Sweet bike
up
shop.
to you thing, man. What was your name?
Jeff.
Jeff. Yeah. Brian and Jeff.
My big brother. I just call him brother.
This is how you had it set up before. Do you want it set up the same, or do you want me to leave some more steer tube?
I think I liked it.
Okay.
What would you recommend as well?
Well,
I would leave it
I would
up to where
probably
you can
just-
kind of mess with it still.
Maybe cut it later then.
There's enough
yeah. So
room.
generally they recommend like having at least
Oh, leave it like
Leave
that.
it like
That's sweet.
leaving at least 30 mil. So right now you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's like I could put another spacer on top, but seems excessive. If anything, you might want to trim it down eventually to where you just have one spacer on top.
Yeah, so we'll just leave it how it was then for now.
Yep. Beautiful.
All right. Let's
Hey,
mark that.
it's right where my scratch is. Oh no, it goes further.
Yeah, sorry about that, dude.
No, not my bike.
We'll make a scratch intentionally here. There we go.
Oh, booger.
Yeah, no, I really.
Just like that. Pretty easy. Little love before sunrise.
That thing is so sweet.
Like, you know, shock obviously, and then, you know, everything breaks proper. Like it gets really, really, really expensive. Like I'm not discouraging you from like what you did by putting this fork on it. Like that's awesome. But like you.
Pretty good so far.
I like
it's
it
hard
so
to
far.
tell until you're out on the trail.
It really is.
might
That should
end
help
up
out.
buying like a
And then
bike
you got one more
or,
step up if that's still
you
not
know,
enough.
like
And then buy the deluxe if that's
Yeah.
not enough.
for
That'll
for
fix the
around
problem.
you know, 8,000, 8,500, you can get a bike that's gonna have carbon wheels on it, carbon crank, carbon bars, like that guy.
Time warranty one. It's not a rental.
Is it by Santa Cruz?
Not Santa Cruz either.
By,
That was another
I9
one.
Innocent?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. The nines. Yeah.
I9, like Enduros or whatever.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, those are really fucking nice.
Yeah, they're badass. It was like $1,600 or $1,800 or some shit like that. But came with badass hubs and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably like what I would choose, right?
That's what I want to buy.
Like building a bike that way.
That's what I wanted to buy next until my brother went ahead and bought badass forks. Now I want forks for some reason.
Fork and shock is definitely the first thing, man.
What about just making mine a 160? Because they sell an air shaft to make mine a 160. You think I'll be catching them that way, or
I
it's
mean,
only 60 bucks?
Dude, honestly, like I don't want to discourage what like any of the other guys have told you in the shop, but in my personal opinion, like when you bought that bike, I was trying to put you on a different bike altogether.
I just told him
in
that.
the beginning. Yeah, I was trying to.
I
push
thought you were honestly. I thought you were being a salesman.
Yeah.
I didn't know you knew knew how to ride. I didn't know I knew how to ride. That's what it is.
You can just tell like from
He
your
had faith
background,
in you
'cause
from
you've
the
done,
beginning.
You've done action sports before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when fucking you know that you're gonna get a good rider. It's because like in my opinion, as you do action sports, you get used to like that spot in your mind where like you just fucking go for it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So it's like regardless of whether you come from skateboarding, motocross riding, it's probably transfer first to like a little bit better. But like
Right.
even just guys that I knew who grew up skateboarding make really good fucking bikers.
Just they
It's
got the
like-
balance. They got the IQ. Yeah.
and then when they find themselves in that spot, they know when is the appropriate time to back away and when's the appropriate time to like just go ahead and push through it and
Right.
like go for it, because you know you don't go for it for so long, and then it begins to be like a fucking mental thing. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
What about the $35 air shot?
Look at these bad boys.
Oh, that's stupid. Does he have a original travel?
So I'm okay. That's making a bike that's designed to be 150 or 140, 130.
Huge shout out to Bike Master.
Because these use a dog food, which is kind of like
Hooked it up.
Or, yeah.
Thank you guys. You guys rock.
Okay. The old school hydraulic brake fluids.
Yeah. So like all the internal gaskets and stuff.
I'm gonna raise this one up to this one.
Thank you guys.
All right, next Friday it's on.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the location for that right now.
All right. And like Graham said, you can lower it to 160. They sell it there.
She's a beast.
Just what you need.
Got them all tuned and dialed in.
Right there, baby.
From Brake Master right there. Hit them up if you're in Mesa.